Yo, what's going on? It's PJ Corleone. It's the Dope Show. We got a lot to talk about, including Brett Kavanaugh, Bill Cosby, Tupac Shakur, Suge Knight, and more. DK's on the way. Let's go.
Dope gang versus everybody. Dope gang versus everybody. Dope gang versus everybody.
It's the Dope Show. The Dope Show. The Dope Show.
The Dope.
The Dope Show.
The Dope.
It's the Dope Show.
The Dope.
The Dope Show.
The Dope.
The Dope Show.
The Dope.
Hey, what you know about it?
Dope Show.
DK, and I'm here with
PJ Corleone. You know what it is. Midtown representative. What's happening? So, what's going on?
First of all, we are
Episode
late
number
on
three.
the freight, but guess what? We here. We took time out of our vacation to bring you the headlines.
Bring you episode number 3.
Yeah.
3.
All three of us, but we'll
what's
get to
going
that. And we is here on vacation. I got my vacation due popping
We
today.
got our intern.
No corporate
We got our
straight
intern
hair.
in the back.
My assistant.
My intern, can you pour me some drink?
And you may have heard these stories before, but you ain't heard them from us.
We gonna put our spin on it, and we gonna tell you how we feel about
As
it.
we
So,
do. Let's go. So we got to talk about Brett Kavanaugh.
Okay.
First and foremost, I actually am not surprised that he has been voted into the Supreme Court.
114th.
He is the 114th Justice of the Supreme Court thus far.
Yes.
It was held in a private ceremony on Saturday, October 6th, where they inducted him in. And
I wish I would have been there.
why?
I would have ruined it.
Why?
Because
They would have put you in jail.
I'm used to that. So what's happening? Like I said, if I would have been there, I would have interrupted it, and you said I would have got locked up, and then that would have been what it was. So what were you saying?
Yeah, you got a room full of judges and lawyers, and I mean, you're gonna go try to shut it down.
I would have got away.
Well, his being inducted into the Supreme Court has now solidified the conservative hold on the Supreme Court as a whole. So that is saying a whole lot because they have a lot of control over the laws that are passed. And so, sorry, I got a little cold while I was vacationing for some reason.
The far right, yeah, they have the control over what's going on right now, and I'm very concerned about this midterm election.
Make sure you guys go out and vote. What is it, November?
Don't ask me. I'm a vote. I don't know when it is though. Look, my intern is in the back shaking her head. Like, I don't know.
So with the announcement, there were people went into the streets in droves to protest. There were many arrests, about 165
I
of
would have
them.
been one of them.
Well, you missed out. I don't know.
Yeah, I was on vacation.
Basically. So that happened. So I guess yet to be seen is the Kavanaugh effect, is what I'm calling it, to see, how this all plays
How's
out.
it going to play out? Yeah, the Kavanaugh effect. I can tell you how it's going to play out. I can tell you how it's going to play out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Predictions?
It's going to be martial law. It's going to be a whole bunch of things going on.
We have to go there?
There's going to be a whole lot of things going on. Y'all ain't ready for it.
Well, I don't know. Some say Bill Cosby's most recent happenings
can we move on? Are we moving on to Bill Cosby?
This is called a transition.
Okay.
So some have said that the Bill Cosby sentencing is a part of what's to come. As far as those things you were talking about. The conspiracy theorists are out there. They're talking about the whole failed NBC purchase on his part, and ever since then it seems that he's been plagued with embarrassments and actually tragedies. His son was killed and all kinds of.
He got slapped with a chicken sandwich. Hot dog and a chicken sandwich.
The rumors are that he was hit in the head with a stale hot dog bun the first week, and then most recently slapped in the face with a chicken patty
right now.
for telling a joke to another inmate.
Let me tell you right now. Every hot dog bun in jail is a stale hot dog bun. So he didn't just get smacked with the hot dog bun. A stale hot dog. He got slapped with the regular jail hot dog bun. They're all stale in jail.
The fact that he's getting slapped with food, hot dog bun,
he shouldn't be trying to make jokes. He needs to do his time and sit down and do his time.
Supposedly he also tasted pudding for the first time there, and questioned that he had been promoting this the whole time. I don't know if that's all true. People hated this on the website, on our IG page. I have to say, shout out to you commenters for letting us know that.
Oh yeah, man.
This story is BS. That's pretty much the
consensus. That's what people have been saying, but how do y'all know?
I think that's what we want to believe. I think no one wants to really believe Bill Cosby.
I believe he got smacked with a chicken sandwich. I believe he got smacked.
I don't want to see that in my mind.
I would love to see that. If he has been convicted of the crime that he is, that he's been accused of, I would love to see him get smacked more than. Yeah. I thought he got smacked with a hard hot dog, not a bun, a hot dog. Mm-hmm. That's what I think. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. So what's happening?
I'm trying not to visualize that either.
I don't want to visualize it. I'm just saying, like, if he's in there for sexual assault, I don't want him to get smacked with a hot dog. I want him to get smacked with a hot dog. And you know what I mean by hot dog. So
people have been vocal about the fact that he's supposedly segregated.
Yeah, he's in seg. I said that.
Didn't you say that?
In episode 2, I said he's in seg. But that doesn't mean them seg people ain't out there slapping people too. I don't mean that. I do not mean that.
Speaking of jail,
man.
Yeah, there was a new headline.
Oh my gosh.
So you remember the shooting between supposedly Yo Gotti's people and Young Dolph?
Can I shout out somebody real quick? Shout out Juvie the Prince. Shout out Juvie the Prince. His favorite, our artist, Juvie the Prince. His favorite artist is Young Dolph, and Young Dolph got shot at in Hollywood in 2018.
Well, this incident happened in 2016. There have been a couple of episodes. There have been a couple.
But the one that
the one that happened, this was in a hotel lobby actually, and it was in 2016. The VP of the label, I guess that he's from, is serving now 10 to 14 years for taking the rap. He pled guilty on the shooting.
Howard Keon Wright.
Yeah.
Man, you can't be out here trying to look. I feel like Young Dolph is coming up, and people are just trying to. He didn't want to sign with other people's labels, and he didn't want to. He didn't want to go that route, and now people are just after him.
So it has to come down to your life. If you don't want to sign,
it's always gonna come back to you. The people who did it, it's always gonna come back. Now look at you. Let that boy not sign. He don't want to sign just because he's from Memphis. Doesn't mean he needs to sign with you. He don't need to sign with you. But so what else? He pled guilty for the shooting. Yo Gotti's manager or
the VP of the label.
VP of the label.
The label name is a Collective.
Wow, I don't even need to know it. That's crazy. The VP, you're the VP of the label. You should not be out there shooting people.
Do you think he was out there shooting, or do you think he just took the fall?
For who? That's what you got gunners for. If he took a rap for a gunner, then he's fucking up.
What if it was for the artist?
Okay, but no, you put a gunner on that. You say the gunner takes the case.
Okay.
He's not supposed to take the case. But I don't know what actually happened.
Maybe he's the gunner too, and the VP.
No, but you don't take that. That's what you got goons for. That's what that's for. But man, Young Dolph.
So he chose the plea deal instead of trial.
Of course.
And he has since been sentenced to 10 to 15.
Young Dolph, man, watch your back. You also touched Yo Gotti's people after this tried to shoot at you, and watch your back, young brother. You're my artist's favorite artist, and I've grown to love you as an artist. So I think you need to just start watching your back. Where you at? I know you on that thug shit, but just watch your back, because these people out here ain't playing, and I want to see you live to be a grown man, and I want to see you raise your children and all that.
Well, that leads us to another figure in hip-hop who I guess some would say is about that thug life, or used to be, and that would be Suge Knight. He's been recently sentenced to 28 years in prison for the vehicular manslaughter murder of his friend.
So for those who don't remember, they were shooting the NWA movie, Ice Cube,
Dr.
Dre, who else? The fake Eazy-E. Oh yeah, And Suge Knight wanted to be in it, and he didn't like how he was being portrayed in the movie, so he rolled up to the set and ran over two dudes. Maybe it was one.
He ran over two men.
Two and killed
There
one.
was an altercation, and then he hit the gas and ran over the Jew.
Ran over two, but I think he killed one. I think
Terry Carter, he was 55 years old at the time of his demise. He was actually reportedly a friend of Suge's. He was an actor as well. He had a family. It's just really sad that he had
And
to
see,
lose
but
his
the
life
thing
out.
is, and so, well, do you have anything more to say about this real quick? Because I want to say karma is a beat. It's a big beat. And Suge Knight has been doing things since way back in the day.
Long time.
And this is he finally got his up and comings. And you know, I'm not wishing this on him.
No.
I'm not wishing it on him. I don't. You know, I hope he beat. I was hoping he beat the case.
R.I.P. Bruce Richardson.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
But Suge, like, no, not even Suge. Look, everybody who's doing dirt and knowing they doing dirt, just know that it will come back to you eventually. It will. I promise you it will. I've had my own cases where it's came back to me. It will come back. And 28 years. It's from all those 28 years before this that he was doing what he wasn't supposed to be doing. And yeah, now Suge Knight's in jail for 28 years. He might get out way sooner than that, but who's
his son thinks he's being railroaded. Yeah. And he's been on IG. He's been campaigning that fact as well as the fact that Tupac is still alive.
Okay, so say that again to the camera that his son thinks Tupac is alive?
Suge's son has been on a campaign about Tupac still being alive.
Who wants to hear about Suge Knight's son? Suge Knight's son should be ducked off somewhere because I feel like he's next because he might be doing some wild shit and I don't know. That's how I feel. He's out here making crazy accusations.
That Tupac, he's not the only one saying that. That actually,
people have been saying that forever, but he's campaigning.
They have been saying it forever. But they're actually starting to convince me. I was watching a YouTube channel today. I got sucked into the wormhole.
You're one of those easily convinced people.
No, it was a whole montage of different things that people have said in interviews and things like that. And it's like, wait a minute, what? Like, and they really pointed out some things that would be overlooked otherwise.
So his son thinks he's been railroaded. No, I'm sorry, kid, but your dad ran over two people.
It was on camera.
And killed one of them.
It was actually on
camera.
No
one was railroaded, but the dude who died. That dude was railroaded. Almost technically.
He was railroaded. He was definitely...
He was almost technically. If it would have been a train, it would have been technically, but your dad killed somebody and it's done.
I meant.
Yeah, I did. Okay. I know what you meant.
Well, Suge,
on this Tupac's state.
Good luck. I think he'll be out in like 8 to 10. Honestly.
This is a dope show. We don't wish no ill will upon.
I think he'll be out in 8 to 10. I do.
Okay, and I agree, and maybe even less than that.
Because he's pretty ill these days.
Yeah, he's supposedly blind and all this stuff. But what I'm saying is,
they all get legally blind, huh? Bill Cosby's legally blind. They say legally blind, so that means you're really not.
Yeah, they're not gonna see nothing when they're getting that hot dog.
Legally blind means you can claim blind when you need to.
Yeah, when they're getting them buns, them hot dogs put in their buns.
What difference does blindness make at that point?
Because they don't have to see it.
I'm sure they're actually blind when that's happening.
Yeah,
they probably just lose all kinds of sight, sound.
So we're going on to Tupac's estate.
So Tupac's estate has just been released of some legal binds and are now able to release new music. So supposedly they're now coming out with some new Tupac music, which goes hand in hand. 2 new albums. Which goes hand in hand with the claims that he's still alive. Like they're calling this new music.
Oh my God, he is not still alive. Tupac is dead. Tupac is dead.
I'm just saying.
And the fact that people are playing the fact that he's alive is so disrespectful.
I'm just saying.
Okay, can I speak?
Machiavelli.
Can I speak? Imagine if I was dead and people were claiming I was alive. Well, how would you feel about that? He is dead. Tupac
I would probably feel like, wow, he have made such an impact on the world that people don't want to let him go.
Okay, that I understand, but to claim he's actually alive?
People believe it. What do you want me to say?
Okay, so what else?
Yeah, that's what people's beliefs.
Rumors he's alive. Posted proof on IG. He posted proof.
His proof is pictures.
Who's Suge Knight's son?
Yeah.
Suge Knight's son posted pictures of Tupac on IG.
With different celebrities.
Okay, but you know how many Tupac lookalikes there are?
And do you know Photoshop is real too?
In Vegas. How many Tupac people are there and they look just like him? just like him. So no, I don't like the fact that they're trying to get clout off of saying that he's alive. I don't like that.
Well, I don't know. I don't even know the son's name or who's.
Because no one wants to hear from Suge Knight's son, and I'll say that. I don't want to hear from you. Nobody wants to hear. I don't even. What's his name? What's Suge Knight's son name?
I just said.
Go in the comments and tell me Suge Knight's son name. If you can go on my,
look it up.
If you can go on my comment, I don't care. If you, the first one to go on my comments and name Suge Knight's son's name, send me your Cash App, and I will send you $25 in your Cash App. Period.
You're not gonna be promising people.
My intern is saying $25. Yes, that's all I got for right now for y'all.
You don't have that. She's like, you need to lower that down, bro.
Okay, I will give you $10. What else we got? Dad is being railroaded. We got this. We done with that. So
speaking of new music, Kanye West just released a joint.
Did he come out?
I heard.
Did it come out? I haven't heard it.
I haven't heard it either.
Look,
I just know that the whole song with who was that 6ix9ine or
you mean damn Lil Pump? Say intern. Lil Pump. That's not from. He has some new stuff.
Yeah, I don't know the new stuff.
We're talking about the teams.
I do feel that his latest stunts have to do with his release. Because every time he releases something, he took TMZ over again.
Kanye's canceled.
He basically treated Harvey like a bitch, but that was kind of funny.
Harvey is pretty much a whore.
But at the same time, Harvey was playing him, so it was kind of like
Harvey. I like Harvey in a way, in a certain way I do. But he will exploit you for his own TV show.
Of course.
Kanye will exploit you for his own music and his own thing. They're both and they might be in it together. I don't know, but read the headlines.
Kanye, he had the MAGA hat on. He had the
I wish I had a MAGA hat for this.
He had the Kaepernick shirt.
I'm gonna wear one. I'm gonna wear a MAGA hat.
Not sitting next to me, You're not promoting that bitch.
I know, just for the show. So TMZ Live, Kanye took over, and after he apologized for everything, for the slavery was a choice, excuse me, for all that stuff.
Sick show.
After he apologized for saying all the things he said, he still went back on TMZ with another MAGA hat, and it's just wilding.
And he had the cap.
And he's saying let's not forget that Kanye wore a MAGA hat with a Kaepernick shirt, looking like a fucking clown playing both sides. You cannot play both sides, bruh. You can't do it like that. Either you with Cap with the kneeling, or you're with Trump and the MAGA. But I get what Kanye's trying to say. I get it. He's trying to say, I should be able to choose what I want to do as a human being, as a American.
Well, he's saying that hat empowers him and makes him feel sort of like a superhero.
Yeah, because it shows he can do what he wants.
It's like a red cape.
He can do what he wants. That's a way of showing he can do whatever he wants to do. But what you need to understand is, from the black community, I'm talking dark skin community, not light skin community.
We're all one, boo. I birthed you.
Yeah, that's what she thinks. We can walk out together and we get different looks. What I'm saying is,
that's because you're acting a fool.
No, Kanye, in the black community, the dark skin community, you are canceled. And I'll say that right now on It's the Dope Show. I will. MAGA. You know what I mean.
So Kanye West met with the president, your president. Not my president.
She voted for Trump.
Yeah, well, he had a meeting with Trump, actually, and Trump's son-in-law.
Can we put that?
He was inviting Cap to the meeting. He had been trying to get him to go, but he didn't show. I didn't see him.
Kaepernick is not showing up to that meeting. Can we put the video up?
I'm trying to, yeah.
No, you gotta just be like, yeah. We're gonna put that video up.
I love this guy right here. Let me give this guy a hug right here. I love this guy right here. Yeah, amen. Yeah. don't like what I need Saturday Night Live to improve on, or what I need the liberals to improve on is if he don't look good, we don't look good. This is our president. He has to be the freshest, the flyest. Being an entertainer and having a monolithic voice that's forced to be a specific party. You know, people expect that if you're black, you have to be Democrat.
I know that he wanted Kaepernick to attend that meeting also, and I don't believe that happened from what I saw.
No, Cap is not finna meet with Trump. It's not happening. Kanye could ask Cap to do anything. Cap's not finna do it. That goes against everything Cap has been doing this whole time.
I just don't get what is his point? Like, what is he trying to accomplish?
He is on drugs, Mom. I was on drugs. I know people who have been on drugs. I know what being on drugs is like. And that nigga Kanye is on drugs. And that
he's allowed to just go to the White House.
He needs help.
He's just taking over TMZ.
Because Trump is saying, look, we can get this black dude who's on drugs and he can just completely agree with me. That's what's happening, in my opinion.
Well, I kind of also look at his wife, Kim Kardashian.
She ain't doing shit for this.
Who has also met with Trump on several occasions and has actually gotten someone released from prison early who was in on drug charges. A woman, I don't know her name.
Okay, but Obama got a whole bunch of people released early. I don't want to hear about that.
Well, what I'm saying is Kim had campaigned for this, and she's worked with Trump. So now here Kanye is also now trying to meet with Trump.
He said his hat was his superpower. He said it was his red cape.
I get that, but the fact that he's actually allowed entry into the White House to be filmed on camera for the world, to be meeting with the president, like, what gives these people so much clout? Is it just the money? Yeah. Why is it that, like, who are they to have this type of power? I don't know.
I do. And look, okay, so we're going to wrap this up with, my wrap up is going to be Kanye, whatever drugs you on, dog, you need to get off them. You say you were on drugs and that's why you were acting a certain way. Then you start acting regular for like a month, and then you went on to I'ma move to Chicago, and then now you wearing the hat and you back on that old same bullshit. And that's my wrap up on that.
It seems like everybody we've talked about are kind of like just disgraced black men. I don't know, Bill Cosby, Suge, Kanye now.
You talking about me and I'm not.
Let's move on to somebody who's on the up, and that's Lil Wayne. He just released Carter 5. People have been waiting. People like you, not necessarily me, but what did you think?
What do you mean not necessarily you?
I'm just saying, I'm not sitting around waiting on Carter 5 to drop.
What?
I wasn't.
Can I get a new co-host?
So what did you think?
What do you mean? I'm finna play a song right now. The Carter 5... you know, it's just like any Wayne. It's just like any album. There's gonna be there's gonna be some songs that you mess with. There's gonna be some songs that you don't mess with. That's just every album.
But don't you think you should listen to the full project before you judge?
I did.
I only say that because I think I popped onto Facebook of all places. You know, I don't mess with Facebook, but I swear it hadn't been released 30 minutes, and all I saw was hate bashing posts.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to understand why. They clearly didn't listen to the whole project. It was released at midnight.
Look, Wayne,
23 songs. You can't play 23 songs and have an opinion in 30 minutes.
Say that again.
You cannot listen to a 23 song album and have an opinion in 30 minutes. You can't. And on top of that, have made a whole post about it within that 30 minutes. That means you took at least 7 of those minutes to make that post.
I agree. And niggas are hating on the Carter 5 to get clout for hating on the Carter 5. If you say you hate on the Carter 5, you're gonna get so many reactions to it.
Tattoos, Suge, Bugatti, no boo, no subject, no paper, no class, no school, no buddies, no haters, no ass, no boobs, much later, too soon, too bad, too cool, too hot, too lit, too high, too move, too eyes, too view, but too blind, too blue, who lied to you, 2 middle fingers that's up high, too wound, it made kazoom, kaboom, goddamn, who knew that I am the guru with voodoo that sued you, the high hand with shooters that shoot you, the Iron Man and see through the comment, and I hear a diamond, I turn a goddamn into a goddamn fire. Watch for the spot cam watch it, watch it, give me some time.
Don't tell me the Carter 5 isn't fire. Carter 5 is fire.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. The Carter 5 is fire, number one.
It did receive lots of love on the other side, especially
of course, from the OGs,
from our
from the
hip hop
OGs.
celebrities who were out there on their platforms giving him love, trying to shut down the haters.
But is the Birdman thing on here? Can I bring that Birdman shit up? So Birdman has recently under investigation for the attempted murder of Lil Wayne and Young Thug. I guess you just told me this yesterday. Young Thug is also involved in the investigation. No?
His name was on the headline, but I don't.
Really? Okay, well, Young Thug, I'll keep you out of this until I learn. But yeah, Birdman had supposedly tried to kill Lil Wayne, and I already knew that.
Well, this happened. When did this happen? A couple years ago.
Birdman. Okay, here's
Lil Wayne's tour bus got shot up.
Yes, back in like what 2006, 16, 17, something like that.
And it has always been so the person who's responsible is actually locked up.
Yeah, he's in jail, but Birdman gave him a call like, Birdman be like, he was like, look. So I need you to get out of jail so you can come get this money. And there's two ways to interpret it. People are saying, oh, he needs to come get this money, like get out of jail, start
He
making
told
money.
him, he said you did all you could do. You did everything you could.
In this new civil court filing we obtained, the driver's attorney points to phone records showing Young Thug called Winfrey 8 times in the moments before the shooting. They also point to this jailhouse call between Winfrey and Birdman.
Time for you to come out here and get this money, you know, my nigga, you done blessed. You done did everything you could do, bro. It's an eye opener, bro. You know what I'm saying? While you're on that strictly business, man.
That's so fucked up.
We don't know, like others have said, this could have been about anything, honestly.
But what else could it be about, though? Like, thank God I wouldn't be saying today Birdman killed Wayne, because he would have. If his plan would have went through. Birdman was trying to kill Wayne. Birdman was trying to kill Wayne. And the Carter 5 came out, and it's an amazing album to me.
So the Carter 5 comes out, and then these news comes out about this investigation.
Afterwards.
Right after. So I don't know.
Right after he gave him over that,
He gave him cash.
Birdman
money.
gave Lil Wayne cash money. He said
Young
he can have young money. Birdman said, Wayne, you can have young money. But I think it was so he wouldn't get under investigation for this.
So you think he was just doing everything?
Yeah, to get himself out of trouble. And I ain't no rap, but Birdman, let's see. I know you got some good lawyers. And anyway, I'm giving Carter 5 I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5.
Okay.
4.5 out of 5.
Honestly, I haven't finished listening to the whole project, so I can't really
So
say.
we can't even listen to what your opinion is.
Out of what I've heard, though, I will give it a solid 4 out of 5.
Okay.
So speaking of someone else on the up is Mr.
LeBron James.
I still can't believe LeBron is in a Laker uniform. Believe it.
LeBron down the middle goes away. Left hand to score.
The one and only LeBron James.
Here comes LeBron. Now fun is hand to watch.
Left-handed pass by LeBron. What a great bounce to Brandon. James, instead of the three, gets grabbed, puts it in anyway with the left hand and flexes.
I'm not with it.
Just joined the Lakers.
I'm not with it.
The Lakers.
I'm not with it. Our intern is in the back.
You like LeBron for the Lakers?
Speak up.
Kuzma though.
Yeah, she's in love with Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma.
Okay.
We're talking about LeBron right now.
No, but I'm glad.
So most LA-ians, people who have been down with the Lakers from when they were winning.
Angelinos.
There you go.
LA-ians.
We ain't really with.
What the hell is the LA-ian?
Aliens.
That's you. That's you, alien.
We ain't really with the whole transition. However, I'm not hating on it.
No,
I'm not
but
hating on LeBron. But at the same time, I'm not like fully embracing.
Can I say something? I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're not embracing.
I'm not fully embracing like excitedly jumping up and down.
But what I will say is LeBron was corny as fuck to me for a long time.
He's chasing the ring. That's all he does is chase rings. I don't like that.
He was corny as fuck for a long time. But lately, he's been getting like more real.
Yeah, he's opening schools.
Like, yeah.
He's doing all these things. He's speaking up about issues.
He's been getting more real. He's been going, like
the clown he is.
I've been following him a little more, and he's been getting a little more real. And I think it's him. LA is making him that way, so I'm cool with that. So,
well, I guess it's yet to be seen what happens. Do you think it'll take more than one season to
win?
Be able to show us what we got, what we work with?
I work at the Staples Center. Let me tell y'all, and LeBron hasn't even played yet.
But I'm saying, once the season is complete, do you think that's going to do it? Will we see? What is your prediction?
I don't know, man. I haven't fully accepted him as a Los Angeles Laker. Like
he just looks like a Cleveland person in
he just looks
LA
like
gear.
I don't know. Well, he ain't no LA nigga. That's for goddamn sure. I ain't never met an LA nigga that big. I'm just saying.
Just period. He's just a big motherfucker.
Okay.
So people are debating if he's going to be doing the helicopter thing back and forth.
Oh yeah. We was talking about that at my job.
He was doing it from training.
They said no, they're not going to be doing it from the Staples. He's not going to be. But who knows?
Because Kobe did that.
And that's well, if he does,
that is who is.
I want to see LeBron and Kobe do a fight. Like a celebrity.
Kobe is older now. He's not going to be.
How old is LeBron? That nigga looks like 45.
They're not the same age. No.
That nigga ain't 45?
Kobe lost his knees.
Intern, we need a LeBron age check. We need to know how old LeBron is.
Well, I don't like the comparisons to Kobe. I just feel like it's
I don't like that
either. No one
either.
can ever take his place.
Exactly. No one
Black
can ever
Mamba.
take Kobe's place. You can now fly in and out of LAX with marijuana. But the crazy thing is, depending on where you're flying to, let's say you're flying out of LA and you're going to New York, you will get arrested in New York for the same weed that you flew out of Los Angeles with legally. So it's kind of like a trap still. How do you feel about that?
I feel like it is a trap. I feel like if you weren't traveling with weed before, don't travel with it now because of this new.
And if you're a real ninja, you know how to fly in and out of with weed. You don't need to.
If you're a real one, you don't need to, because when you get where you're going, you got your
weed ready for you.
Yeah,
I like that better. So I mean, you guys hit us up in the comments. Let us know how you feel about being.
You needed a shot of medicine.
All right. If you a real one, let us know how you feel about flying in and out of Los Angeles with weed. Like, do you have your weed waiting on you? Are you cool to fly with it? Let us know what y'all doing. But use a fake, one of your dummy accounts. Don't do it on your real account.
The TSA is gonna snitch on you too. If they see that you coming through with weed, they gonna dial up.
No TSA has ever stopped a bombing. Let me say that. That's my first statement.
Bombing.
No TSA has ever stopped any bombing. I'm just saying. So if you were to find my weed and you can't stop a bombing, then we probably gonna fade. I'm sorry. So what we got next?
So there was a tsunami in Indonesia.
Ah, yeah.
12,000 plus. Dead.
Can we take a moment of silence?
Sure.
Okay.
There was a 7.5 magnitude earthquake that actually, I guess, started the tsunami.
48 people disappeared?
No, they've been displaced. They have no place, nowhere to live.
This is my dyslexia acting up. 48 people displaced. Meaning they don't know where to stay.
48,000.
48,000? Oh, that's a K. 48,000 people displaced. So they're staying in like arenas and gyms and all that stuff.
They have arenas in Indonesia. I'm not really sure.
Man, weed is probably okay.
Weed is probably okay there. You can probably fly.
In Indonesia? Heck no.
If you fly to Indonesia
she do her research. If you go to Indonesia with weed, you are going to jail. Do not listen. No, you are going to jail. If you go to Indonesia with weed, you're going to jail. Period. But let's.
I think they're busy now doing.
No, but let's give a prayer to our Indonesian people. Let's pray that they get it together and you know, support as much as you can. Look out for places you can donate. Maybe we'll put some up on the screen, maybe not, but you know, we're working on this.
Stay away from Red Cross. Personally, I don't really agree with a lot of their methods of distribution of funds and things. Just
Hurricane
personal
Michael.
opinion. Hurricane Michael has swept through Florida. The devastation has hit a lot of people. No power. A lot of people I haven't heard about deaths and things, but I know that it was a big time situation.
I think I heard about 10 unlocated people.
Well,
like not dead, but just they don't know where they're at.
Last I saw on the news, the Carolinas were also being watched. Atlanta, there were certain areas that were also in the horizon of possibly getting hit by Hurricane Michael. So
Hurricane Michael.
Hopefully everyone is good and you're going to be fine after this. You're going to come up into a
Where's
new
the one where we saw the dude surfing? What hurricane was that where we saw the dude surfing?
Hurricane.
What was that?
It was a wave.
No, that was from one of those hurricanes.
Tsunami?
Yeah.
No.
Tsunami.
So people were just standing on the sidelines with their cameras.
But what tsunami was that though? Okay, fine.
People were standing on the sides with their cameras.
But the wave was giant. If you guys haven't seen that video of that dude surfing that giant wave, you need to check it out. That shit was crazy. Mandatory evacuations in Florida. Potentially catastrophic.
It's already happened now, so.
Well, yeah, but we're reporting on the stuff that we're on vacation, so
and sick.
Deal with it. And sick. She's sick. I'm not sick.
Yeah, because he gave it to me.
I'm sick when it comes to these beats. You know what I'm talking about? But I ain't sick. Like.
Speaking of Florida, the BET Awards kind of snuck in and out of there this past weekend.
We're gonna talk about what's his name?
Vince Staples.
Oh my God! What did he say?
He supposedly dissed.
But what did he say?
Tentacion.
I don't have to look it up.
In a freestyle.
What did he say?
Wasn't aware that his mother was in the audience. Triple X's mother was offended, I'm sure. I don't know if she was or not. She probably was. She was.
Recently, I did a freestyle for the BET Awards Cypher addressing and condemning rappers who unabashedly abuse women and those who stand up for them and even call them legends. I stand behind those statements. It was pre-recorded weeks ago, and I had no idea a grieving mother would be in the audience to honor her lost son. I never intended to disrespect her, and I offer my deepest condolences for her loss at the hands of gun violence. However, I vehemently reject the trend in hip-hop of championing abusers, and I will not hold my tongue about it. I don't give a fuck about getting attention. I care about bringing awareness and holding people accountable for their actions.
I have Vic Mensa.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is Vic. It's not even Vic, Vince. That's how we don't know who the fuck this nigga is. Like, let's be real. Let's keep it 100.
I don't listen to his music, but he's always in the news about something.
I used to.
He's always in the news.
Now?
He's always speaking up about something.
Now?
So supposedly he was speaking out against abuse against women, and Triple X, before his death, was in a situation where he was fighting for his freedom after being accused of abusing a couple women, actually. I think it was 2. I don't know how it even got out, but he then had to come apologize.
He's clout chasing.
He apologized to the mother, but then still stood up.
Mom, check this out.
Still stood up behind his words.
Mom, check this out. If I died, Vince, whatever the fuck his name is, if he were to diss me in a freestyle, and I died, and you were still alive, and I got dissed on a BET platform, niggas would have ran up on stage, and it would have been a story. Like, that's messed up. His mom, what are you dissing him for? They did never have no beef. That's how I know he's clout chasing.
I don't know.
Oh, he was talking about the woman abusing thing.
Right.
Okay, yeah, but that's not, he's dead now, dude. It's not the time. It's not the time.
I agree.
It's not the time. So we getting rid of Vince. Where's this at? I don't even want to talk about him no more. Yeah. I don't even want to talk about you no more, Vince.
I thought it was Vic. Is it Vic?
Vic. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to talk about you no more.
Pop champagne to you niggas.
So speaking of Triple X Tentacion,
Rest
is
in
that how you
peace.
say that?
Yeah, no, XXX Extension.
It's not Extension.
Yeah, XXX Extension.
XXX
Extension.
Extension.
XX Extension.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So they aired the footage of his murder, actually, which was haunting to watch.
Taller one's got a short-barreled rifle. The second one has what looks like a handgun.
For the first time, we're seeing dramatic surveillance video showing two men surrounding the BMW belonging to rapper XXXTentacion, guns drawn, ordering him to take off his chain.
You see the victim's hands coming out.
And right here is the moment detectives say they opened fire, killing him.
Can I say something? My father, for y'all who don't know PJAY KORLEONE, my father was murdered. And kind of almost the same way. People ran up to his car, hit him with the boom, 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 you know. And to see the video of that is so sad for a young dude, because I didn't even, not to say I didn't like him, I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
Not to say I didn't like him, but I just wasn't a giant fan. I wasn't a giant fan. I wasn't a giant fan of him. You know, I just, I liked him as a,
right.
But I just wasn't a fan. Yeah, but when I saw that, it just reminded me of how my father passed away and how senseless things are getting now. So senseless. And his sister saying it was a setup deal. People are saying his brother knew the people who did it and all types of stuff. So the video coming out.
The video showed a struggle. So he didn't just go without knowing what was happening. He was actually aware and in a struggle for his life before he actually lost that fight. And so R.I.P.
I had to say something again. It wasn't a fight. It was a shooting.
He was ambushed.
And I'm not saying nothing against X. I'm not saying nothing against X. But if you are rapping about these things and this lifestyle and you're portraying, I'm not saying this about X. I want to repeat myself. I am not saying this about X. But if you are going in and rapping about this lifestyle, I'm talking about every rapper, period, including myself. You need to, you gotta have it on you. You gotta have it on you to protect yourself. Not to go out there and be robbing people, but to protect yourself. That's what I feel. I mean, doesn't mean he wouldn't have died. Doesn't mean, but
I understand though somebody was there, like a manager,
and they ran. I feel like they ran out.
Yeah.
Back. And so what does that mean though?
I don't know.
That's not even. We don't know too much.
I think there's more to come. I think they did catch all the suspects.
They did. They're all in jail.
I believe there's going to be a trial. So a lot of information is going to come out. So we're on the subject of homicide. I ran across a random article about Baltimore being the #1 city among big cities in the States for homicides.
Yeah, homicides.
Homicides.
#1. I thought it was Chicago.
A lot of people actually, yeah, I guess that did come to mind. I don't know. It just listed Baltimore as #1 with 342 homicides in 2017. Stating currently they're 15% down from that number.
Years. These young children, I'm going to call them children because I'm old enough, I think, to say I'm 26 years old now. And I can say children, they're getting these guns and they're shooting each other in Baltimore and in Chicago, in New York, and Los Angeles. And if you're going out there trying to shoot people, then you need to stop, because in the generation, in the lifestyle that we're living in nowadays with the music, you need to learn that they are trying to make us kill each other. This has been a thing. They're trying to make us kill each other. So let's.
That's a really broad statement.
I mean, I don't think it is. I mean, especially in these 3 states that we just talked about.
Are trying to make us
kill each other. Us as in African American males between the ages of 0 to 100. They're trying to make us kill each other.
Every age. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, so
I look at it as also it just kind of goes hand in hand with poverty, and I'm not really sure where Baltimore
But poverty
lands.
was set up by that's what I'm saying when I say poverty was set up by the government to put it when the crack era was a thing. We were all, I say we as an African American males, females, were going to jail for crack. When they made crack, you have a gram of crack on you, you're going to jail for
mandatory laws.
10 years. It was a 10-year mandatory law. So.
As opposed to the white-collar cocaine arrests, where they would basically be
and if you haven't watched Snowfall, and I don't promote stuff on our show, but watch Snowfall.
Shout out to John Singleton.
Yeah, they'll teach you some things. So, that's sad that that's happening.
Shout out to Baltimore. Hopefully your homicide rate will go down. It's already down 15%.
And this goes to the mayor and you know what I mean?
Whoever can do anything who sees this within yourself, start with yourself. Stop pulling triggers, start having conversations.
Unless a nigga trying to come at you and you gotta pull that trigger and you gotta do what you gotta do.
Well, whoever's coming at, the people who are the ones coming at, we're talking about the aggressors in the situation. Let's start using our mouths and our intellect.
Yeah, that's, but that doesn't always work. As a man who is very articulate.
Are you with peace or not?
Yes, I'm definitely.
Okay, well then say, agree with the fact that we need peace and not.
What I'm saying is, okay, so I've been a man of peace, but people will look at that, they'll look at you as sweet, they'll look at you as soft.
So?
And so if you need to use it to defend yourself, then
why?
Do that.
Okay, if someone looks at you as sweet or soft.
That's not what I'm saying. But if they will take that to a certain degree.
Literally just said that.
They'll take that to a certain degree and try to rob you or try to do whatever with it, whatever they're trying to do. So what I'm saying is, if you do got it on you, and they got it on them, and they're finna shoot you, save yourself. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Keep yourself out of situations.
Defend yourself, period.
Number one. Remember, karma is real. Number two. You out here doing dirt and doing people wrong and dirty, then just expect that it's coming. And if it comes, don't be trying to retaliate. Just suck it up. I lost. I got my L.
That's never gonna happen. That's not how
you shouldn't be moving like that anyway. That's the point.
That's what
You're looking at the wrong point.
That's not what I'm saying. Is if you are moving, okay, go ahead.
Speaking of moving dirty, I mean, okay, this is yet another random article. This was actually on Facebook, and I don't even mess with Facebook like that. But Facebook had a story about a man who actually streamed the movie Deadpool on Facebook.
Very good movie. If you haven't seen it, go see it. You can probably go.
This was the one
2016
2016 release. It was released, and a week later he posted on Facebook, and he actually got 6+ million views on his stream.
He streamed Deadpool and got 6+
Probably
million.
more than the one in the theater.
So, how I feel is, that's dope that he did that, but he's not smart for doing it on his own.
But I didn't tell you what happened to him as a consequence. So he did this, and I guess either because of the attention that it got and the number of views, he's serving 3 months.
3 months. He cool. You cool, dog.
But did he make money off of it? What was the benefit?
I mean, if he did make money off it, the fact that he got indicted for it means that the money got taken away. Even if he did make money off it. But what I'm saying is, it's not, look, if you a nigga trying to let all your homies see the new Deadpool and you know they can't afford it, and you know they can't afford it.
Why can't you just have a Netflix and chill party on your fake Netflix?
Can I finish?
When it's really
just make a whole fake Facebook. That's what I'm saying.
He did have a fake Facebook.
How do you get caught?
Well, his name is, let's see, I have his name.
You put his name on his fake Facebook?
No, like his last name was one thing, and then he changed it to like King. So
so how did he get caught though if he had a fake Facebook?
The police are all over Facebook.
Okay, but you go to the library. You don't do it from your house. You don't do it from your IP address. Your IP address goes straight to your computer. If they want to find you, they will search your IP address. So if you want to do something wild like that, like like this man did, which is actually pretty cool to let all his homies see the new Deadpool.
He let 6 million of his homies watch
6 million.
Deadpool.
Look,
I didn't even see Deadpool. I guess I was on the wrong Facebook. I guess I need to be messing with Facebook.
Yeah.
That's about the time I stopped messing with Facebook.
So what I'm saying is, you go to the library and you use a whole different IP address, different email, different Facebook. You can get away with something like this, but he didn't, and the fact that he didn't. You know, he's gonna live and learn.
Trayvon,
that's how old he was? How old
22. 22-year-old.
Yeah, he's still learning.
Trayvon Franklin, and he changed his name to his Facebook page was Trayvon King.
Yeah, no, you don't leave. If you're gonna change your Facebook name, brother, you change both names. First and not the last. You change both of them. But you know, you're gonna live and learn, hopefully, and that's what that is.
That's what that is. Speaking of jail. Let's talk about Cardi B. You know, she turned herself in for the strip club fight.
Cardi, do you regret going after those 2 girls, Cardi? Cardi, what do you think your punishment should be? Do you think this is going to teach you a lesson about violence, Cardi?
It was actually already brought to our attention, but then Nicki Minaj went on her Queen radio show. And she basically ran down the whole story.
You put in the bottom Nicki Minaj. That's messed up. You know what? If you from the hood, you know what a Mickey is. Like a Mickey ass nigga. Like you Mickey. Like
supposedly happened over Offset, who is married to Cardi B. We all know they just had baby culture with a K recently, celebrating their happy familyness and all. And this actually did happen after she had the baby.
Well,
obviously.
check it out. So, Cardi B, I think, to my knowledge of the story, I'm not 100% sure, but I think Cardi B found out that the waitress at the strip club, and it's always, so the waitresses are always the cutest ones at the strip club. It's not the strippers. The waitresses are the cutest ones. So, I believe that the bartender, the waitresses, the ones who don't strip, they're always the cutest ones.
Well, she turned herself into police for the incident. It was put on blast on this radio show. This is the first time it was really laid out there. She basically told the world that Cardi and her male goons went to the strip club to hunt and fight down these bitches who slept with Offset. Y'all should stay fuck away from Offset, and that's your problem.
Now you want to talk about stopping bags, but it's 2 innocent girls in a strip club right now that ain't did nothing but go to the strip club and get money. Now they can't get no money, so who's stopping bags? Cause you got grown ass fucking men showing up to where the fuck they at and where they work at. They can't feed their kids, they can't feed their fucking family. They can't feed their fucking family because you mad at what another man's sticking his dick inside of. You mad at a woman for what a man is doing. And that's the problem with so many black women and women, period. Oh, because she's not black.
Okay, so
anyway,
I got something else to say about that. I think from the male perspective, I mean not even the male perspective.
Not your perspective.
No. Okay, Cardi could have handled that. Like if you're a real goon, you're a real thug. And I'm not saying she's not. She might have been intoxicated. She might have been, you feel me? She might have just been like, you know what? That's her. Let's go. But from a real,
she had just also threw her shoe at Nicki.
Can I finish, ma'am? Can I finish, ma'am? No. So from a different perspective, she could have waited till the girl got outside. She could have waited till, but she let her female emotions get the best of her, and so she went and she reacted.
What were these men's excuses?
That's her goons.
So they just do everything and anything.
That's what goons. That's the definition of a goon.
So no one's gonna tell you, no, this is not the best idea, shouty.
No,
you an A-lister now.
She's paying for their lifestyles. They're gonna do whatever she tells them.
And don't you think that was gonna mess up your bag? You gonna see this as a problem?
No, okay, but they were probably intoxicated too. But as Cardi being the main one, and I don't know, was Offset there?
I doubt it.
He wasn't there. Okay, so basically, Cardi, I respect you for how you feel about your man, how you went in, but I think that you could have handled it in a more discreet way. You could have caught her when she was getting off work or whatever the case happened. You could have followed her. You could have did whatever. But you put yourself in that situation. Now you're in that situation now with the courts.
So
ain't nothing gonna happen to her.
2 assault charges.
She don't get put on probation.
And a reckless endangerment charge.
Probation.
Okay.
Probation.
We'll see. Time will tell.
Look, remember that I'm saying she gonna get put on probation. I'm telling y'all right now. If anything happens to her.
Time will tell.
It's a vacation episode. You know what? We're done.
My
Are we premiering this new song or what?
We're premiering the song. I feel good. So what was the feeling behind this song? You wrote this song.
I was not feeling good when I wrote this song. I suffered from deep depression. I suffered from anxiety. And when I wrote this song, it was because I wasn't feeling good and I wasn't feeling great. But I read this article that told me if you smile when you're not happy, it will make you happy. Like just smiling. Alright, so when I wrote the song, right, I heard the beat. And then it made me want to rap about some like niggas know me like I'll come in on some like I'm murdering niggas. These niggas don't know I ain't heard of these niggas. But I was like, what if I switch it to change? I feel good, I feel great, even though I didn't feel good and great. Like, what if I made a song so every time I listen to it, it'll make me feel that way.
I feel good, I feel great. If you at my table, fix a plate.
Do gang versus everybody. Do gang versus everybody. Do gang versus everybody.